Just going to wait a wee second here, see if I'm back. Yes, we're back on. How are we doing, people? So, for anybody who sees this, this is a restart because, again, we opened up to the globe cult to come and prove the globe. We open up to have honest discussion with people, rational, calm, logical, scientific discussions. And again, we have seen the fanatical, criminal, cult behaviour from the globe disciples. So what these little rodents fail to realise, hang on a wee second, what these idiots fail to realise is that in the green room, the room that they go to, has all been recorded. And we're going to make an example of these fucking torags, right? There's not going to be a copyright strike on the YouTube channel because the last hangout doesn't exist. They're fucking morons. Silly, wee, idiotic plebs. So if you don't understand what's going on, people, as I say, this happened. This is why this channel got a 4 months ban, because we opened up to have discussion. They are not capable of discussion. They are part of a religious institution. They are part of an agenda to warp the minds of you and your children into believing that you live somewhere that you don't. Now, they have absolutely nothing other than these snidey, underhanded criminal tactics that are just not going to work anymore. So, as I say, they have been recorded. Little Timmy Bumboy, you've been recorded, son, acting like a fucking clown, and I'm going to make a fucking example of you. And it's going to be fun. So, again, it should be very clear and obvious to people what's going on here. Right? Hang on a wee second just to share this link with Marshall and Gav. So this is it. You know, the only option they have is to try and silence you. So it's pretty much like coming into your home and displaying criminal behaviour, as I explained at the beginning of the last one. Now that's been noted and recorded for legal procedures because YouTube and the likes need to crack down on these fucking morons and stop facilitating them. Google as well. They need to stop facilitating this criminal behaviour. People are entitled to have their own verified channels. They are entitled to express themselves in whatever way they see fit. They are not imposing on anybody's free will. There is no criminal behaviour to be had. These fucking morons are displaying criminal behaviour. They are using underhanded tactics to try and silence people and disrupt people. So they need to be dealt with. Now, I'll begin through a legal procedure and showing the evidence of what I've been having to put up with over the last 3 years, and we'll see how far it goes. But other than that, I am going to make an absolute example, and I'm going to rip the pish right out of them because they deserve it. Little Timmy Bumboy and his fucking little crew are an embarrassing, shambolic mess. Duped, souped in, hook, line and sinker. You fucking absolute plamps. Oh, the joy. Oh, the fucking joy. No luck, sonny boy. You're just no smart enough. I told you that a long time ago. None of you are fucking smart enough. Marshall, you're back. Gav, still waiting. Sent you a link. I don't know if you're still about, Gav. So, and again, you know, little Al, your GCSE, I'm going to make a fucking example of you too, son. This whole globe cult is going to come tumbling down. This is not going away. The sooner you accept it, the better. You better fucking do something about it. This tittle-tattle on Tinterweb is just not having an impact. It's not going to help your case. It's helping our case. Right? Because we can display your fucking idiotic behaviour. We can make an example of you. Oh, the phones went quiet. Oh, there are no trolls in chat. I wonder where they're all hiding.
Hey man, what happened?
Usual, mate. An attempt at silencing is an attempt to get us shut down yet again. But it's going to fail from now on.
Absolutely. So how many links were out then? Did Al manage to discover how to snipe Hangouts in the 15-minute break he took? Or?
No, it's either looking like somebody's tried to befriend somebody that we know and played them to get them to verify for them, or that Al chap has handed a link to his little chums like Timmy because he's part of the same little crew. You know, it's fucking simple as that. So, Mr. GCSE is not an honest intellectual. He's a criminal, lying little piece of shite, is what he is.
I had a wee look at his channel. The man. Sorry, on you go.
Hi, sorry, Gav. Hi, who's this? Oh. No, they never took us down. They failed. They thought they were going to take us down. No, they did. They sniped the Hangout, but they're not going to get the channel banned. That's a failure. So,
because we need you people out here and doing what you're doing, and you know what I mean. These fucking fools, they're just showing themselves for how desperate they really are.
Exactly.
It's all becoming so obvious.
Yeah, exactly. And they just keep walking right into the traps every single time. They cannot help themselves.
Exactly. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, brother. And it's so beautiful to see it happening.
Yeah, exactly. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
They think that they've got one over on us. They don't realise that we're laughing at you. You know what I mean? Because you're showing yourself for what you are.
Exactly. We're more creative than they could ever imagine. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real, we are. We see it for what it is. We can call it out for what it is, and you know what I mean. Use the right words to say, right, this is what's going on, and let's have you come back. And what do they come back with? Nonsense.
Exactly.
Bullshit. Crap. Do you know what I mean? It's absolute rhetoric. It's getting beyond absurd now.
Yep. I know.
And not only on YouTube, you know what I mean, on mainstream media as well.
Yeah.
You've only got, I don't even have a telly, brother, but you know what I mean, I'm seeing reports from all different mainstream media coming out on YouTube, and the things they're coming out with, it's absolute nonsense.
I know.
It's like, are you hello?
Exactly. I know. It's just.
What I mean, I think, you know, I truly believe 100th Monkey has been hit.
Yep.
It's already hit home. But all we need to do now is wait for the awakening and for the filtering of this truth to go through the rest of the fucking population. Do you know what I mean? And it's waiting for that to hit home. And that's what we're doing now.
That's it. Exactly. So just sit back and enjoy it. It's our turn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am enjoying this show so much. Your show and the rest of the fucking world.
Cool. Nice one.
It's beautiful, girl. I love you. Keep it up, brother.
Take it easy.
Speed. God bless.
Thanks.
Much
You
love.
too. You too. Take care.
Thanks for being. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Cool.
Good call. That was very, very nice of that lady.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I think she's quite right, you know, because when your eyes open to the bullshit better, then you can actually see on the TV and the media that they've probably been lying to us like that for a long, long time and we haven't noticed it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you do notice they're escalating the crap. So...
Sorry, Gav.
No bother.
Yeah, sorry, on you go, mate.
I'll take it if you want to.
No, it was my other phone. Sorry.
Okay. Right, but at the same time, you can see that the crap that they're bringing out is getting worse and worse and worse for them to be able to defend, against any kind of common sense and critical thinking. And the lady's quite right to be laughing, because that's all it really comes down to at the end of the day, So it's great. The people I do worry about, though, and I think that's why it's always been important to target the universities, are the people at that level of education, right, that really feel top of the world, they know it all, I've been in that position myself, and, when you got to be really honest with yourself. If you look at the assumptions that these people are making, the astrophysicists, right, the people who think they've got to a level of knowledge and know it all, and there's nothing more to be looked at it back, we're just going forward now to Mars, right, but we don't need to question what came behind. They've been schooled to think that way, right? To not question these things from the very start. And they're the people who are, if you like, worry me the most. I think, younger children you can speak to at that age where reason kicks in, and you can, tell them the difference between the sciences and observable reality, etc. But the people who are in that mindset just coming out of universities, they're the ones that I think need to be targeted to change more.
Yeah.
And it seems as though there's a lot of older people catching on quicker, right? I mean, maybe it's just because I only know old folk now, but...
What are you trying to say?
But yeah. Well, that's a very positive phone call. I liked her humor too. She was laughing at it, and that's great as well.
It's the cracks are shown and the desperate behaviours, whether it be here on the internet or mainstream media. It's just getting so laughable and so plastic. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, once the lie starts to crack, that crack just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And no matter how hard they try and push, they're just going to keep widening that crack, and they're going to fall in it.
Just like water will find its way through anything and will crack open just about any substance you can think of. So.
Exactly.
Well, not quite, but you know what I mean.
Aye. So it's futile, but at the same time, it's funny. I enjoy it. I want to watch them fucking squirm. If they want to be lying criminal pieces of shit, then I am going to enjoy them squirming. If they want to change their tact and change their attitude, by all means, I'm willing to adapt with them and accept them for, what they are now. But if they keep pushing like that, fuck them.
I mean, they're actually, they're shaming the whole education system. If people like that, are in any way involved with the education of children, and that's the behavior that we have when we're trying to discuss objective reality, is to turn it into some kind of moronic laughter show, right? Then it's pathetic that these people should be involved in any way with educating your children. So, that is, there's lots to be said for the alternative methods of education, like homeschooling, or even, having these conversations. What that other phone call said, that this guy was, getting an extra supervisor or a mentor or whatever it was,
That's what I was just going to bring up. I mean, that's very scary, And again, it's meant to be open and objective. Your education's supposed to be about honesty, but yet we've got behaviour like that starting to show, and people should be hugely concerned with that,
Right.
And it's all the way through the whole board. Not just education, mainstream politics, government, the whole lot. They're just all lying, manipulative pieces of shit. And any of that behaviour that's being displayed, any of the tactics that's being displayed should be outed immediately with a zero tolerance for any of it. It's no logical, it's no rational, it's no honest. It's just manipulative, lying, greedy, selfish pish.
Yep. Zero tolerance, I think it's very important. I think, that's... because they try to make us be more tolerant of everything, right? To take everything with the flow, to, acquiesce, to consent, to accept, all these things. But it's definitely, for this one, no tolerance, otherwise nothing changes. Get them out of their camouflage, get them naked in the middle of the fucking street, and let children and old people laugh at them. Everybody, every year, every age, the whole spectrum. We should just all be pointing the finger saying, Don't talk fucking shite.
So for anybody that doesn't know, we had a supposed, expert, Mr. GCSE, that was going to come on tonight and educate us in the ways of the globe, because we don't understand the globe. We would never lived through that or believed it. Nah, we just appeared from the fifth dimension, denying the globe.
Up the Clyde in a banana boat, my granny used to say.
So in this chap's measurable proofs of the Earth being a sphere, we got Eratosthenes, which was a supposed experiment that had been done 2,000 years ago. Now, this chap never actually produced any of his own experimentation. He's just recited something that he's been told. It was pointed out to him that even if we were to entertain his fallacy of a story from 2,000 years ago, that it has to be based on two assumptions. One, first of all, the Earth is a sphere, and two, that they know what the sun is and they know exactly where it is. None of these things have been established, so it's a moot point. It doesn't count for anything until I can provide measurable proof of his assumptions. We're not here for religious kindergarten bullshit. We're here for actual measurable science. So assumptions do not wash. We're not interested in religious narratives or fairy tales. And the other point was water. The point being that bodies of water must be contained. You cannot bend the body of water into any other shape than level upon the surface, unless there's a force acting upon the body of water, which makes waves and swells and motions. But the body as a whole cannot be bent to display a bend upon its surface. So these people want to ignore these fundamental lived life, everyday facts of reality, and they want to keep waffling sophism at us about the stars, the sun, the moon, everything but measurable proof of the actual claims they're making. So it's just a joke, an absolute fucking joke, absurdity.
Well summarised, man. Absolutely spot on. I just want to make one point as well. So you said right at the very start, there's an assumption that it's a sphere, and there's an assumption that it's a long, 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 long way away. The first one is a very good example of the way they use sophism in the terms of a word, because a sphere, when you talk about a sphere mathematically, you're talking about a two-dimensional theoretical surface, right? And it is not the same as a three-dimensional physical ball, although the mathematics of both of those things share most of the same attributes and formulas and equations, which is why they can get away with saying the mathematics works, but the mathematics proves this. But the whole thing, that whole thing, and that's where when they bring in the mathematics and the word sphere, then you need to be aware that that's what they're talking about. And in their mathematical terms, it's correct, because that's the way they've defined the word sphere to be, So, but it's very clearly an assumption,
Mm-hmm.
And it does not mean that it's a three-dimensional physical ball, although they share the same geometrical properties.
Yeah. And just
anyway, I just wanted to clarify that.
Aye, and that's just to reiterate it again, why math is a formal science. It's a language. You can have false axioms. You can create a mathematical construct that explains your narrative fine, and it works sound as a mathematical formula. But the difference is when you apply it to the objective world, and we go to the natural sciences, practical demonstrations of substance, these things fall apart. So there has to be a separation, which is why there's a classified separation of the sciences purely for these reasons, and people just don't understand it. They need to start understanding it. It's hugely important, especially if you're a globe believer. You need to understand what it is you actually are invested in.
Yep, what your belief really is. Analyze that belief very carefully, split it down to its component parts, and see if you can buy into each one of them without finding an absurdity in nature, or try to find an absurdity in nature. It's just
not going to happen. So be prepared.
Exactly. You're going to have a big come down, and you're going to end up at the same place as we're at.
That's if you're honest.
Yeah, obviously. Well done. I'll be back in a sec.
No problems, mate. No problems. I've got a couple of messages here I'm going to just
Before you do, Dale, can we just have some clarification? I've got a couple of friendly faces that want to pop in.
Right.
I don't know how you're sort of booked for that right now.
I wasn't planning on being on long. I mean, we can have a quick chin wag.
Right, I could do.
Dale, it's Toke Jaws. I see they bastards have hijacked the show tonight again. Hope this doesn't mean a ban. No, don't worry about it. There's no ban coming. They're getting the hump pretty bad when they're resorting to this kind of thing. No pun intended, but first night back on the other channel, it's as if they've just been waiting. Sad fuckers, fucking lackeys for somebody, for sure. Exactly, that's exactly what they are. They're useful idiots. And at this point now, they're not even useful. They're just idiots. And they just don't even realise what they're involved in. What's going on? They've not got a fucking clue. They don't know their arsehole from their fucking earhole. They're pathetic. They've been duped a fucking cracker tonight. I'm lost for words. The fucking filthy bastards, man. Some of us have kids here. Absolute scum. But showing porn in front of kids would suit them, the absolute bastards, exactly, which is part of what I'm going to compile as a legal process, because that's exactly what's happening. We are well aware and know that there's kids and people with their families who pay attention, and these fuckers know that. So what does that make them when they are actively putting that on channels where they know the viewing audience that are going to see it? I don't even need to say the words. You know the words. Hi Dale, just get in. What's happened, mate? Well, Dom Yamaha, we set up for a live tonight and gave the opportunity for the Globe to show its colours. We opened up to let them prove that it was a Globe. They failed miserably, made an absolute embarrassing mess of themselves. And then the link was handed to somebody else and they came in and they played porn in the hope that it's going to get us shut down again. But it's not going to work. So that's what's happened. Meryl, be 2 seconds, mate. I'm just going to read these other messages. Hope you're not banned again. No, Rob, don't worry about it. There's not going to be a ban. Hi, mate. GCSE turned up to wind you up and get a reaction, but only made himself look like an entry-level researcher and a complete fool. Wouldn't answer your question, then claims it's you not answering his, a clown. Greg, stationary plane. Cheers, Greg. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Those bastards will get theirs. Peace. They certainly will open my eyes. Meryl, you all right, mate?
Yeah. It's just good to see just one foot in front of the other. Water off a duck's back.
What's that, mate?
I had Facebook. I had Gene, I had Colshy, I had Bill, Flat Earth, Florida, Joan. It's the solidarity's there. We're all with you. We're all watching.
Yep.
That's very talking about lowering or raising the bar. And it's an honest discussion. You represent it well. So many of us would want to get in there with you, but I didn't hear the caller. I didn't realize too that you just carried on and just started a new stream. I'm really happy about that because a lot of this was sort of like but it's just frustrating because we're all reasonable people. We just want an honest discussion. Isn't it time for a level of maturity to come forward?
You would think,
No.
Meryl. But you're too rational. That'd be too rational. We're dealing with a cult here, which is irrationality, deception, manipulation, lies. So this is what you expect. So you just have to prepare for that, and that's exactly what's been done. So, they've ran out of options now. Just going to take the absolute piss at them until they realise that it's not going away. and I'm just going to enjoy, because it's like, you know, I don't want to have to deal with this kind of shit. You know, I'm just peaceful and want to go on with rational discussions and progress with people, but they keep bringing it, you know. So at the end of the day, if they want to bring it to me, then I'm going to enjoy, you know, the comeback that they get for it. So
Yeah.
although I
me
don't
too.
want it.
Well, yeah, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's like watching a ball roll down a hill, isn't it? I mean, what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just going to gather more momentum and snow.
Well, what they're doing is throwing themselves in front of it and getting squished. And if they continue to do that, fine, you know. Who am I to stop them?
Yep, I can just see common sense just thundering down the hill. And all these Globers trying to stop their ball rolling into the flat water.
Yeah. Critical thinking's alive and well.
Exactly.
What happened? Where were we? It's like we came back to life and the light switched on, and
Well, we've been in a hypnotic trance, Mero, is exactly where we've been. You know?
Right.
But,
It came from I was thinking that myself, you know, fucking Sleeping Beauty, Little Red Riding Hood, you know, Aristophanes. It's all the same author, isn't it?
Exactly.
Came from the same manipulative hand that puts spells on words and sophism and. Well,
yeah. Here he comes. Yeah, see?
Bill, is that you? Is that actually you, Bill? It is.
Actually me.
How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. Hey, listen, I wanted to apologize to everybody, Merle, everybody here. I have a friend that I've known for 2 years who's running a couple of channels up in New Hampshire, Blackpool, and he's got another channel, Zenith Atlas. And I gave him the link. Okay, so if he's the one who did it, because I don't think we can track it down who actually did the sniping. If he's the one who did it, I basically beat him up, and he said he doesn't know how to do that. I told him to come on here and apologize himself, and he said he didn't.
To be honest with you, Bill, I'm going to say it, UCSE is just part of the wee troll network, the Timmy Osmonds and the likes, and he's the one who's passed the link. You can tell, you know, his behaviour is just a dishonest, manipulative little dipshit. So it's pretty obvious who passed the link, you know.
Okay. I just wanted to apologize in case it was because you know.
Nah, don't worry about it, Bill. We know who it was, you know.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. You know, I was really enjoying the conversation. And well, I wasn't enjoying his conversation, GSE or whatever the hell he is. But you know, and I knew, you know, I kept saying in the chat, you know, he needs to be ejected. You know, he's just interrupting everybody. You know, not taking a pause, you know, a courtesy pause, listen to what somebody has to say, constantly interrupting Gav. And by the way, hello, Gav. Sorry to hear about your ankle. Thank you for joining my club, the Falling Down Club.
Well, I heard you fell on your ass too. Huh?
I did, big time.
Well, I hope it's getting better.
It's all better. I'm all healed up.
See, for these people that are watching, this is how conversations actually happen. People speak, they make points, and everybody sits, and then when they're finished, people pipe in and they bring up the points, or they talk about the relevance or whatever it may be. That's how adults actually have discussions, you know. But when you're a zealot, fanatical, religious fucking idiot, you know, you're going to get people coming in that just go, you know, display their fucking idiocy.
That was about it.
Take heed, people, you know. Use dipshits out there. This is how you behave.
Hey, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I just wanted to pop in and say that, you know, just to make sure that everybody felt okay about it. I was hoping you were going to come back, Dale.
Aye. Of course, mate. Of course. Fuck them.
Stay after these guys, buddy.
Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Dale. Cheers, Marshall. Cheers, Gav, Merle, everybody out there.
Cheers, Bill.
Take care, Bill.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, buddy.
See you later, mate. Cheers. So, as I say, I just wanted to fire back up and
Yeah,
let it be known, guys.
I'll jump out too. I just wanted to just say good to see you, and yeah,
Nice
I'll
one.
talk to you.
Nice one. Catch up with you shortly. bud.
Take care too, Gav. Thanks,
Yep.
Marshall.
See you,
So-
man.
Gav, I mean, I don't know. I just want to keep rattling the point home here, so that people understand exactly what's went down tonight, what the requirements are, what the language is, what science actually is. I mean, I don't know if you get anything else you want to just.
No, I think it's been a really good example of all these things, and you say they're digging a big hole for themselves more than anything else, yeah. And when the level water gets up to their fucking neck, they're all going to realise the mess they're in, right? Either deliberately a chosen path of their career or whatever it is, or they're going to think, "Fuck me, I better get out of here and start waking up to
They
reality."
They're shitbags, so they will jump ship. They are absolute dishonest, no loyal. They're just absolute morons. So they will jump ship when they're forced to.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's been a great night. I think it's shown all the aspects that need to be repeated every fucking Saturday until everybody gets it.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, and that's the intention. So
I'll
we'll
leave you to have a good night, my man. We'll catch up during the week.
we'll crack at it. I think we'll come back during the week and we'll do some of this analysing of all this bullshit that they're pumping out there, and we'll just
Definitely.
keep tearing it to shreds relentlessly.
Absolutely.
Nice one.
All the way. Good. Can I just say once again that no curve at gmx.at if anybody wants to, get involved in a German speaking hangout, it would be great if they just sent a wee email to that showing their appetite for such a thing. Yeah.
Sorry, mate, I've got a wee phone call here.
All right, go for it. Night.
Hello. Right, hold on, mate. Hi, Kieran, how you doing?
Sorry, I know you're working all away there. No, I just wanted to reiterate the fact that the sick bastards put porn on the channel.
Yeah.
Not thinking, or maybe they are thinking. Sometimes I watch your channel on the TV in the living room, and luckily my wee girl's staying with her granny tonight.
Yeah.
But if she had been there,
Exactly, mate.
do you know what I mean? And they're putting hardcore porn on that channel.
Exactly, mate.
And it's
disgusting.
Christ, man.
It's disgusting. It's vulgar. It's criminal. It's criminal, and this is the point. This is what.
That's exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Because if we aren't the crazies, then just let us fucking have our wee corner of YouTube.
Exactly.
We're not doing anybody any harm.
Well,
if there is something in that, then they're going to try and disturb that. And if they're going to disturb it by doing sick measures as to what they're doing,
yeah.
It's like us going on to a Christian live hangout.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say, mate. Is it's like getting into kids gamers hangout or something and bombarding them with porn. I mean, how would we be looked upon and how would we be dealt with? These fuckers are no different.
You would be jailed.
Exactly.
You would probably be jailed for that.
Exactly, mate. Well, hopefully YouTube are going to have to take fucking note. I'm going to try my best to make sure it. Exactly, mate.
They fucking have to, man. I was making a text there about the whole thing with kids watching because sometimes my brother-in-law Shane, his YouTube is Ella Denver on YouTube. He's in the chat there because his daughter's only signed into YouTube.
Yeah.
But he's right with us. But he texted me straight away saying, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I had to tilt the laptop because luckily they didn't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, all his kids are sitting in the living room with it.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
It's like, what the fuck? If we went on to a Christian hangout right now and started posting porn on the live thing and just took it over, you would probably like get a police call the next day.
Aye, it'd be considered a criminal act, mate. So it should be absolutely no different for us because it is a criminal act. And that's it. That's the way I look at it, mate. You know, regardless of
Definitely, man. And like I said, if we're the crazies, just fucking let us have our corner of the internet. What the fuck harm are we doing to anybody?
Exactly. If it's a self-evident fucking globe and it's true, then let it be. Let it be. The truth doesn't need to be defended. It will stand on its own then. You know. But it's the same thing, Kieran. We're not going to these people hangouts. We're not going and harassing any of them. We're minding our own business and being respectful and well mannered. You know.
100%. And it's just like you guys said with the pink unicorns thing. I think us get into say there was some fucking Judy who was actually having hangouts about pink unicorns. I think us can overtaking their chat and just going, like, why would you bother?
Exactly.
Why would anybody bother?
Exactly. I mean, the logic, the reasoning, the rationale, it's non-existent. They don't have a leg to stand on. It's just purely a religious cult that has an agenda that it's trying to maintain, and these fucking clowns are part of that.
It's absolutely, like you say, it is utterly criminal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I would love to know how many of us are watching tonight where, luckily I have it on the laptop tonight, and like saying the weekend's not here, but I'd love to know how many of us are actually sitting watching this on the smart TVs or watching through the PlayStation or the Xbox or whatever.
Yeah.
And you've wee toddlers rolling around.
Yeah.
And say that hardcore porn shit come up.
Exactly.
What the fuck? It's going to scar them for life.
Well, my missus sometimes just watches it through the device on the TV in there, and quite often, you know, Xander, he's still up when I'm done. So if she had that on there tonight and he's awake, he's witnessed it. You know, so it's not on. You know,
it isn't.
Fuck them, mate.
Like you were saying earlier, you know, you're hanging out. I know you publicly couldn't hang out there, but it's your YouTube, it's your home.
Yeah.
It's like somebody fucking bursting through your door and
Exactly.
showing fucking porn to kids.
Exactly.
It is so.
Exactly. You take them out the back door and bury them in the fucking under the turf instantly. You know what I mean?
It's just what the fuck? What are the repercussions of that though? Do you know what I mean? Like the last time that happened, your channel got banned for what was it, 4 months?
4 months, yeah.
Like what the fuck? And how is it your fault?
That's it. That's it. That's what I'm saying about these clowns being protected and we are punished for their criminal acts. Well, fuck them. It's not happening. You know, the whole lot's documented, every fucking bit of it, including the green room that they were not aware was being recorded. So fuck them.
And what's going to happen from here now? You're going to have to fucking, you know, project this shit to YouTube and say, you know, do you know what I mean? It's not my fault. Like, you know, surely they're going to say it's not your fucking fault.
Exactly. Well, as I say, you know, I'm looking at legal procedures. You know, making an actual case of this and making people aware of it. So I can only pursue it, but no, it's not going to stop me from continuing. They can still try and take over future hangouts and play porn all they like. It's still not going to get us a copyright strike because I understand now how to avoid it. So fuck them. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man! It's just, I know you're the same as myself. It's just like, what the fuck?
I know.
How long do they need to, you know, how long do they need to go to just stop somebody from saying something?
It's because
I mean, it's funny, but it's just like, you know, it is literally like just fucking go up and showing pictures to people. You know, there you go. I mean, if you don't have on the street, you fucking would be
locked up.
Took into the police station straight away.
Exactly, mate. And decent exposure. You know? Exactly. So we'll see what the future holds for it, mate. But fuck them, it's not going to deter us. It just galvanizes people, makes you stronger, just to the point now where it's just time to laugh continually at their absurd nonsense. You know?
Well, that's the thing as well. They don't even understand. It's just like, you know, by doing the sick shit they're doing, it's playing into our hands because we're just going, well, we're not trying to
Exactly.
For your, I mean, I'm not trying to talk for you, but from your point of view, it's just like, I have a hangout.
Exactly.
I'm not fucking asking anybody to come in here and say whatever.
Exactly. And it's open for discussion, but they're not capable. You know?
They can't do it, and it's the same as the guy earlier on. He just couldn't do it, so
Yeah.
he wallowed away and he just laughed at it and just fucking. I don't know, man. It's just. Jesus Christ, you think they can't get any lower and then do shit like this?
Well, that's what we're dealing with, mate. You know?
I know, man. I know.
So,
And you know what? It just makes you more determined.
exactly. Exactly.
I'll let you go, but
Nice one, buddy. Cheers for phoning. All right, mate.
cheers, man. Take it easy.
Catch you soon, buddy. Cheers, bud.
Bye.
Right. Sorry, Gav. I see you dropped there, mate. I'll catch up with you soon, man. Cheers for coming on. Right, everybody. We'll be back during the week. I'll continue to ridicule this Globe pish and tear it apart and highlight the tactics that they're using, especially in the mainstream media. As was said earlier, I can't remember who it was that said it. I totally agree. You're probably going to see an increase of celebrity types coming out and talking absolute bullshit because people are so stupid that they hold celebrities true and dear in their hearts and minds and will probably be affected by what celebrities have got to say. Fuck celebrities. We will continue to tear everything that they throw to shreds because it's an absurd nonsense. I'm going to take this last call. Hello? Hello? I'm not taking the last call. So we will continue to tear it to shreds and ridicule it and laugh at it because that's what it deserves. Right? So keep at it, people. Keep discerning for yourself. You're the power. You're the authority. Science does not belong to an institution. When you want to establish the objective world, you trust your own mind, your own senses. And if you don't know or trust your own mind, I suggest you fucking start. Right? Because it's yours. You're the only one that's controlling it. You're the only one that's allowing any of this shit to happen. So you can either be an ignoramus, a useless eater, ignorant as fuck, living delusional fantasies at the detriment to everybody else, or you can take responsibility and start standing on your own 2 fucking feet and committing to what's right and what's true and what is fucking objectively true. It's up to you. Cheers, Gav, Meryl, Bill, everybody that came on apart from the stupid Globe disciples and their fucking waffle. It's been fun. See you very soon. Jonah Worms, Magumba, Marshall, Des. Thanks very much, people. Take it easy.